Good morning, everyone. I am truly glad to warmly welcome you all to our channel. On my author channel, Anna Vegdish. I have finally recovered and we can continue the annual forecast series. This time, I want to provide a comprehensive global forecast which will encompass the major trends affecting the entire world, as well as the overall development of our planet Earth, taking into account all countries and regions and their unique circumstances. All significant movements and various directions in all areas of interest to you, including natural disasters, major cataclysms, and other noteworthy events, and so on. I currently have one particular spread displayed on my trading deck, which has been available on my Telegram channel for subscribers for several days now. So, if you're interested, check it out. The subscription is not very expensive. In fact, it's quite affordable, so you can join and subscribe. All the details are under the video. Reading of the world is about to begin. Exploring the world in 2025. The main trends, the most interesting things that concern us the most. The reading is referred to as the Supreme Court. I tailored it for a broader audience, and while it's quite extensive, we can certainly delve deeper and examine it more closely. I've already completed the various tasks on my deck while these other decks weren't functioning properly, and now we are focusing on this one, which is considered the classic choice for everyone, the classic deck that I personally own, in order to make comparisons. It's particularly interesting for me to draw parallels between the different decks. You can take a look at the layout over on Telegram. There's a detailed representation there. Now, let's explore my deck. Oh, what a delight it is. On my personally crafted author's deck, let's delve deeper. For the year 2025, there is a specific significator that represents the overall themes for the world. This significator appears to be the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords symbolizes concepts such as spies, surveillance, and various astral travelers, as well as the act of peeking and eavesdropping. These are indeed the fears that people are currently grappling with, given that every device seems to have a camera, and you can connect to them as well as access the microphones embedded in phones. This all ties back to those concerns. Thus, the extensive installation of cameras and the establishment of thorough surveillance systems mean that individuals can no longer hide anywhere effectively. This directly relates to this card that involves peeking, tracking, and similar actions. So, in principle, the significator suggests that they will likely work on this. Just like in China, where there are 2 cameras for 1 person, it is highly likely that something quite similar will be attempted on a global scale this year. Let's go. Summary: the core of global events today. The material sphere of global finances, what you deeply care about, disasters. This time the disaster unfolding is solely of a technological nature. And next, what will happen to our climate and its future consequences? That is a possible climate catastrophe. Next, society, people. That is what will happen there. Next, let's discuss healthcare, including various diseases, epidemics, and relevant issues. War wars, significant changes. Globalism refers to those individuals who operate behind the scenes and exert control, the hidden deep state that secretly controls the entire world, what they have there and how they will continue their policies. Global organizations which serve as essential tools for effectively managing the world. Global organizations like WHO and UN are meant. Next, what is the most important thing to do for people this year? We will encounter various obstacles and difficulties throughout this year ahead of us. The profound influence of the past on our present circumstances and how the present shapes the future, along with the final roadmap for 2025. Where will we end up? We will report if necessary. So let's go. The world is characterized by refusal. We may once again find ourselves facing refusal as new options are being proposed that we do not wish to accept. That is to say, there may indeed be aversion or outright refusal, implying that they will present such proposals which we genuinely want and need to decline or reject in some manner. This is the detailed map of refusal. Just a refusal and that's it if it cracks. We refuse this 4 of Cups. We firmly refuse to accept what is happening. Perhaps we refuse to even see what's happening, because at all costs is disgust. So perhaps these represent clear refusals to cooperate and engage in any collaborative efforts. Now let's take a more serious look. That is refusals from alliances, you understand, refusals from certain agreements. Global alliances in this region quickly disintegrate and dissolve. Refusals to participate in global alliances. Where there is a federation, where there are global alliances, the EU, the USA, Russia, these are the components like a federation. Here, please, confusion begins and the world and the end of the cycle. Someone will want to exit, someone will want to leave such things. Global organizations are collectively united by a common principle such as the UN, WHO, NATO, and other similar entities that promote international cooperation. There may also arise a strong desire to leave this situation, to finish it, to refuse any further involvement. A refusal here. As if I don't know what to do with them. Next, we will now discuss the important material sphere, which is finances. The moon, ooh. So, regarding the moon and finances, it signifies that daunting and frightening financial decisions will soon be introduced globally, causing widespread fear and anxiety among people about their financial futures. That's one. Secondly, there may be yet another significant lie and deception that could profoundly affect the world economy, because the moon consistently symbolizes deceit, illusion, delusion, as well as manipulation and confusion. This influence can create various schizophrenogenic patterns that affect the collective psyche, ultimately leading the masses astray from the truth and sound judgment. You know, this is all going to be connected to finances. Let's expand on that. Yes, there will be new restrictions. Some currencies could potentially vanish this year, or rather, existing restrictions may completely end, resulting in a significant transformation of the financial landscape. The text highlights that central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, may encounter various challenges, such as restrictions or changes, emphasizing their distinction from cryptocurrencies and other digital currencies. There may also be various financial restrictions introduced in this context, and these could potentially lead to the establishment of a rating system, similar to the one in China, designed to assess how financial resources will be activated or deactivated. This concept aligns with the fundamental idea behind central bank digital currency, CBDC. However, they can also impose significant restrictions on people's lives and choices through the use of money. The global economy will be very shaky, finances will be unstable, and there will be fear. It's going to be tough. Technological disasters. There are certain technological disasters. This is the work, the map of the apprentice's work, meaning the fulfillment of an order that is ordered. Disasters will be specific. Can you show some? Yes. Finances are clearly defined. Earthquake. Here we have shaking, earthquake, two maps that can indicate changes, shaking, earthquake. This is of a technological nature because here is the Ace of Swords, meaning it is done by some weapon of technological nature, shaking, and the world turns upside down. That is, it is like an earthquake. Next, the consequences may include severe flooding and significant resource loss, which can encompass devastating events such as burning cities and scorched crops, ultimately resulting in extensive damage and inflicting lasting harm on communities and ecosystems. And so we endure challenges through water's trials, and subsequently we emerge stronger through fire's tests. Will there be any fires this year? Oh, damn. Yes, there will be destructive fires as well, and among them some will be man-made. Someone will be observing, indeed, according to the Three of Swords. In general, disasters and cataclysms will still occur. Also regarding the wind, yes, that is tornadoes, strong winds and hurricanes. This particular tornado, yes, will indeed happen. This discussion is about the vital work that is done by human hands. Now let's move on to the topic of climate. Here we have a significant and terrible fall, which also indicates that there will be notable climatic changes ahead. People will certainly feel scared, as this is the card of fear. Once more, there is water, and once again there is earth. Here, water returns alongside earthquakes. What then does the map of justice truly signify? Climate changes, along with new weights, imply that when the weights of opposing forces are balanced, the poles will become unstable. This instability of opposites, represented by plus and minus, may lead to significant shifts in magnetic poles, consequently resulting in various corresponding environmental changes. Somewhere it will be hot, somewhere it will be the opposite. Water will appear where it was absent and disappear where it exists. Changes will undoubtedly occur in the climate, but these will primarily be climate changes that are adapting to significant shifts in the Earth's magnetic fields. The justice of these magnetic fields will play a crucial role. Moving forward, society will witness a large number of individuals attempting to relocate, which will result in a considerable amount of mass movement across various regions and communities. Most likely, if there are any disasters, there could be evacuations or, for example, people migrating from one land to another, meaning overpopulation. This has happened before. During the Ice Age, there was migration. People moved where they could live. Relocation is expected, indicating this pertains to the social sphere. People may want to move somewhere, to relocate, to escape everything, perhaps to the mountains and away from all these changes, including financial ones and so on. In short, a joystick. So changes, the possibility to relocate somewhere this year will exist. I don't know for how long, but it will happen, and people will have the desire to move, meaning a large amount of mass movement this year. Next, healthcare. Here, the detailed procedure involves thorough purification. Once more, there will indeed be certain restrictions. Restrictions will be imposed, meaning there may be new documentary limitations related to various documents, potentially even blocking access for certain individuals. We will allow some people through the process while denying entry to others, just as we have done in the past. Remember this approach. This initiative is specifically targeted at students and children, and it involves injections, often referred to as pricks, which are intended to instill fear among the public. The goal is to create, as is often the case, the illusion that there is an urgent need to flee from danger and protect oneself, leading to a push for vaccination, especially aimed at the younger population. Also, 100 cleansing procedures, when I see combinations like this, indicate that there will be poisoned water in healthcare, meaning air, for example, poisoning. Let's move on. Wars. Yes, there is power, there is resistance, there are some wars still this year, meaning the ones that already exist, they are present. Here we have a soft and gentle mistress, in short, representing the hanged man. The various conflicts that are currently lingering in the air, remaining unresolved, are not making any significant progress. Through a series of verbal agreements pertaining to land, involved parties will attempt to forcefully resolve these tensions. However, without genuine dialogue and commitment, these efforts may only exacerbate the situation and lead to further discord among those impacted. The victor determines what is right in conflicts. However, there may also be some unforeseen new resistance rising, potentially leading to a new war. Perhaps, but this approach is more focused on achieving a verbal and peaceful settlement, even if it involves some necessary changes in borders and territories. These are all global conflicts. Further significant changes are coming. The Queen of Swords heralds transformations in war, medicine, and society. Children, be cautious, be careful, your safety is paramount. Mothers, stay vigilant as well. The Queen of Swords symbolizes a barren woman, representing challenges and hardships, urging us all to navigate these times with wisdom and strength. If I see and reveal this card, then it indicates children, loss, mother. This is a pregnant woman, meaning a large number of miscarriages, fertility issues, a high rate of infertility. Unfortunately, this is what the cards show, an attack on motherhood, let's call it that. These are indeed significant changes, which means there will likely be challenges related to fertility, regardless of the underlying cause, and it should not be interpreted as a sign of any particular condition or issue. These factors need careful consideration and attention. Globalism has become very hard to manage the world. So globalism is gathering all its rods, it's very difficult, all its strings, which it pulls together, trying to manage. They are struggling to manage effectively. Restrictions will be strictly imposed on the specific areas they previously failed to achieve success. And perhaps these restrictions, which were previously unjustified, will be attempted again due to the pandemic, with the introduction of some kind of guidelines, magical injections, and so on. In other words, the Kings of Wands may undergo changes over time, meaning that the prominent active figures and leaders in this context might also change and evolve. They will not come out onto the arena. They will remain hidden, not emerging, managing and observing the battle from the sidelines, and they will be in a lull. Where will they lead the world? They will steer the world towards unification, but only under their, of course, aegis. The world will be inclined towards unification. So there will be a voluntary choice to unite the entire world, but in a different way. The group must be divided and then brought together under their leadership for easier management. Let's move on. There are numerous global organizations that provide vital funding and support with their branches and operations dispersed across various regions around the world. These organizations encompass many countries and diverse areas of focus. For some reason, the following diagram represents a detailed branch map illustrating their widespread influence and connections. There will be a retransformation, a loss of resources, oh dear, in the global organizations that are currently well-funded. There will be a transformation, as it was will no longer be, and there will be significant changes or closures, losses of resources, and resistance. Next, we examine the global knitters along with their various tools, which, due to changing circumstances, may no longer be necessary in the current context, leading to their potential disbandment or transformation into new forms. The most crucial aspect is for individuals to come together in that space when they seek to achieve a sense of victory or accomplishment. Here's a small map illustrating the concept of victory. I will unfold it a bit further for clarity. Notice how what was once dictated to people in the past and continues to be dictated today is largely shaped by societal norms and the prevailing paradigm of collective thinking. This highlights the need for critical reflection and empowerment beyond traditional frameworks. All of this unnecessary clutter needs to be completely removed from your mind, and you should go forward exclusively with your own unique crown, using your own hand, you understand, along with your own legs, your own thoughts, and your own reason directed towards what you truly desire. It is advisable to clearly define where you want to go, where your victory is, what victory means to you, what you will feel, know, where you will live, and so on. That is, to gradually move closer towards this goal. It's important for individuals to pursue their own paths, even when their plans differ from those of globalists or others. Follow your own plans instead of adhering to theirs. But if this happens everywhere on a large scale, then naturally the globalists' plans won't work, or they will have to reshape their plans to benefit not just themselves, but everyone, including you. But you definitely need to know where your victory lies and where you need to go. Additionally, there will be some good news for you along this same path. Challenges and hardships. This year will present financial challenges and issues with support. Some may have been counting on certain help, but there will be obstacles and difficulties with banks, as bankers may lend to some but not to others, with loans and with the entire sphere of financial and material assistance. Some payments may cease and some may refuse certain payments. Many individuals living abroad receive various types of payments, including some financial benefits. Refusals may occur, and then there could be significant obstacles and serious difficulties related to managing money effectively. This way, you'll have a clear understanding of what to expect when dealing with banks. Challenges related to finances, including obtaining funds, securing loans, accessing credit, and acquiring overall financial assistance. The significant influence of the past on the present. You see, there was no coldness here, just all the knowledge. The influence of the past on the present is essentially a complex balancing act, where we sometimes lose our equilibrium only to regain it again. This ongoing struggle involves not only attempting to maintain stability, but also striving to move forward with even greater speed and purpose. Each moment we navigate the delicate interplay between history and our current circumstances. The priestess holds secret knowledge, occult knowledge. You see, she leads the tour here, but she is still a remarkable woman who serves as the invaluable keeper of knowledge and insights about this place. Therefore, knowledge, secret knowledge, those who possess it, have a significant influence from the past on the present. The present on the future, trying to escape problems, trying to find a way out of problems, away from troubled shores, will be occupied this year with constantly resolving these issues. There are fires, floods, earthquakes, and more. In other words, these problems will need to be constantly addressed. Next, we have what cannot be avoided. Conflicts in relationships are truly inevitable. An internal conflict occurs when individuals struggle to agree with themselves on their desires and direction. This principle also applies to conflicts that arise between different states or nations. We also have these kinds of conflicts, which for some reason cannot be avoided. What shows internal conflicts? These can also manifest as conflicts occurring within a state. Conflicts can arise within federations, leading to desires to break away, as I previously mentioned. Let's move on. Final map of the year: court, reorganization, restructuring. The whole world will be reorganized and restructured, meaning the very paradigm of life will change. The rules of the game, the rules of life, everything will change according to the court. Some countries will disband, while others will unite. It's a total reorganization and restructuring. This is the current situation we find ourselves in today. Thank you all for the donations from all over the world. While there's still such an opportunity, I'm grateful for every kind word you send me. I believe I have finally received those long-awaited messages that had been missing for an entire year and a half. Thank you very much for your kindness. I humbly bow in gratitude. Don't forget to check the Telegram channel for a link as well. Now I sincerely wish for all of us around the world much joy and true happiness. Please remember to send me that promotional material for the video and also share it with others, as it is both significant and intriguing to our audience. You need to know what to prepare for, and all your friends should know what to prepare for around the world. If anyone has the ability to translate, please feel free to write to me. Perhaps we can translate this layout into multiple languages. Thank you for joining me in this journey. I truly wish for everyone in the world to find joy and happiness in their minds, hearts, and souls. Goodbye.
Ladushechka's situation among the flowers. What was he doing there? Do you want to snack on the flowers? Come on, tell me. Did you want to nibble on the flowers? Munchkin. Timur, so were you caught? Were you caught in the flowers? Did you bite them? What if they get upset with you? What if the flowers get upset with Timur? You were not involved at all? Just a tiny little bit, that's all I really need. Uysal. Shameless cat. Oh dear, did you bite the flowers? Me too. Well done.
Don't hurt the flowers.